Are you a gamer? Do you like fighting games?
You serve no purpose in life.
Do you own Street Fighter 6?
Yes!
Are you a socially awkward autistic nerd who doesn't know how to talk to women?
Yes!
If the answer to any of these questions is yes, you're in luck. I'm here to help you become a better player and the peak definition of masculinity. There's a question that every single player will ask at some point in time. How do I get better? If you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced player, we all have that inherent drive to know more about the game, our main character, and all the opponents we'll be fighting. So what is the answer to how do I get better, or how do I talk to that cute girl I met at the bookstore the other day? 2 words: training mode.
What the hell is this?
Training mode is your best friend, your most trusted ally, your beautiful virgin bride who will bear you 9 children on a farm in the country. But just like walking up to the girl you have a crush on, it looks daunting. Impossible at first. What should I say? What do I do? Well, worry not. I'm going to help break down each screen in training mode and help you improve your combos and your sex appeal. So in order to get to the training mode, you first need to select training in the fighting ground menu. Select Kid as your character and Cammy or Jury depending on how much of a degenerate you really are today. Press start and you'll open the menus. It'll default to the environment settings, but let's move over left one and look at the basic settings. Let's skip over the first 2 options and look at the command list. Here you can see everything Kin can do, like wake up DP. That's all you need to know. After that, we have the control settings. Here you can tinker around with what buttons do what. Do you want immediate access to the drive parry or drive impact? Do you want to set Kin's quick step to 1 button by assigning 2 kick inputs to 1 button? Or make your degenerate opponents lose focus by playing Jury and spamming her taunt? The options are limitless.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
After that, you can turn on online matches and change the characters or modes you're in. This first screen is just as it says, basic, like the chick on Tinder whose whole personality is boiled down to astrology and Starbucks. Useful, but not very fun in the long run. You really only need to worry about your command list and control settings from this tab. Now we have the environmental settings. Here you can change the positions the characters are in. You facing right with the opponent in the corner, you facing left, mid-screen, etc. Use these settings to work on combos and inputs while facing both directions. Trust me, I play on cheatbox and I still have trouble doing super inputs with my ring and middle fingers. Below that, we can change what characters we're playing as or fighting, but why do that when you're playing as bum-ass hobo Kin and the definition of crazy bitch? Okay, you might want to change the character you're fighting if you have problems with specific moves, but we'll get to that in a bit. Overall, this screen is like the anime waifu you wish was real, interchangeable, and you'll constantly swap around who's on screen and who you like more in this moment. So now I have the opportunity to make a joke at your expense by calling everyone listening to this a dummy, but I'm better than making fun of those who are lesser than me. I'm better than that. So here you can tinker around with loft settings for the dummy you'll be beating up for the next hour. You can make it a CPU at any time, or even better, if you have a friend you can practice with them. The first setting changes if they're standing still, jumping, or crouching. This might not be known by all of you, but enemies take more hit stun on some moves if they're crouching. This Kin combo only works because the axe kick hits later in the animation. Test out if any of your moves have different numbers on hit or blocked, then we can set if each attack hits as a normal hit, counter hit, or punish counter. If you get a counter hit, your moves will have more hit stun, allowing for new combos. Now I know every socially awkward nerd's biggest fear: getting blocked by the e-girl you really like. But this dummy won't block you, depending on what you have it set to. No block, block all, block count, block after first hit, and random. No block is obvious. They'll take everything you throw at them and thank you for it. Block all can help you learn the spacing on moves. In Street Fighter, you have a lot of pushback on block normals. Eventually your jabs will stop hitting, so you use this setting to test how your buttons are spaced. Block after first hit is best when you're labbing a new combo. Sometimes it's hard to tell if what you did is real or not, so this will have the dummy block if you dropped the combo. This setting is, in my opinion, one of the most important to beginner players. Learn what combos work and you'll blow past bronze. You can also set it if they will parry an attack or tech any throw you throw at them. It's helpful if you're experimenting with some setups, but learning the block settings would be more beneficial for beginner players. This screen is perfect for my Brutas that got rejected by that big titty goth chick at the rave. Just set the dummy to no block and go to town. Recording settings is here to help you train against specific actions. Can't anti-air? Set the opponent to jump and work on using the DP. Can't deal with JP zoning you? Set JP to do a bunch of attacks and see if there's anything your character can do, like dash cancel DP. Do you have trouble with tick throws? Set the opponent to do 2 jabs, then a throw, and use your DP. It's that easy. Just screw around with what you have trouble with and you'll get better in no time. This screen is when you bought 11 Labs and made a synthetic voice of your favorite waifu. You can set her to say anything you need to hear in that exact moment.
Welcome back, Chaz. I missed you. I hope you had a good workout. I know you're hungry, so I made some chicken and rice for dinner. I love you.
Do you hate degenerate Kim players that wake up DP every time? Why? That's obviously the best option, so I'd say that's a you problem. Now when Ryu, Luke, Juri, or Cammy does it, yeah, it's lucky and complete. Or God forbid you chose Zangief and want to experience what D-Day felt like.
Fans! Witness my full might! No mercy! No remorse!
So far, I've been looking at each screen independent of one another, but this is when a full understanding of the training mode can really help. You can go back to environment settings and select a specific character and set a specific move for them to do. Wake up super, reversal, or jab. But you're not only limited to having them do an attack on wake up, you can set a move for them to do after blocking an attack. Set the opponent to do a jab after a block, go back to dummy settings and set it to block all. Now you can test your block strings. If they can jab out of it, it's not airtight and you can get punished for it. So see if any string can stuff the jab. Ken can cancel his Jin right kicks after his medium heavy punch target combo, but depending on what kick you do, it might be a true string or too slow to connect, giving the opponent a chance to jab it out. Test what moves have a gap, but one that will punish the opponent for pressing buttons. You can set the dummy to block multiple attacks, no attacks, wake up with DP or a jab. This is when the training mode really comes together.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Multiple screens that work with one another to give you as many options as you want. This screen really opens the floodgates. This is when you finally learned how to talk to a girl in the first place and can start learning what is okay or not okay to say on a date. If you're getting coffee with her and tell her that you learned a frame trap that gives you a full combo on counter hit, well, you're 100% getting laid that night. Here you can set specific health and drive meter settings. If you set the health bars to 10%, you get access to the critical art, a more damaging version of your level 3 super. You can let the health bars refill automatically or not at all, same thing with the drive rush meter. You can use these to test how many combos it will take to kill a character if you set the health bar to not refill. Truth be told, I have no idea how to use dating as a comparison to the screen, so... Turn on frame data. I know it looks daunting at first, but all you need to see are the startup and advantage numbers. The smaller number on startup, the faster the button. The bigger the number on advantage, the better. Remember when I said Ken's axe kick gets more advantage on crouching opponents? Well, it goes from 3 frames on hit to 4. Does Ken have a 4-frame normal? Yes, standing and crouching light punch. Wait, crouching light punch is 5 on hit. Ken's standing medium punch is a 5-frame normal. This is when you can build unique combos that fit your style. If you didn't know, doing a drive canceled normal gives more advantage on hit and block, so test out what moves work. Remember, they also give more advantage on counter hit, so go back to the dummy settings, turn on counter hit, or set the CPU to do a DP and learn better combos to punish them for stupid mistakes. A lot of beginner players don't know how to deal big damage when the opportunity shows itself. Everything on the screen is exactly as it says. If you still don't understand how to use the options in training mode, well, the developers were kind enough to make simple situations that everyone needs to learn. Combos, anti-airs, learning to tech the throw, etc. If you need a little extra help in something specific, boom, there it is. So now you hopefully have a better understanding of the training mode. I know I didn't go into crazy autistic detail for every tab, but I didn't think that would help. The large amount of options the training mode gives you can seem a lot at first, but trust me, it's worth digging into. So now that you have a PhD in the lab, use that knowledge to get what you want. If you're on a date and want to smash, whip out your massive and girthy info about frame data. When you finally get her to your awesome gamer crib, push her to the wall and show her all those meaty corner setups you've been labbing. Take this opportunity to deal massive damage, or teabag her if you like playing mind or teabag her if you like playing mind games. GG's and have fun playing Street Fighter 6.